After 6 years and $69 million of renovation, the historic birdhouse at the Smithsonian National Zoo reopened in mid-March 2023. The renovation exhibit was built within the walls of the zoo's historic 1928 birdhouse, with more than 80% of the existing masonry walls retained. The innovative exhibits explore the fascinating world of migratory birds, waterfowl, and shorebirds native to North, Central, and South American ecosystems. Bilingual panels, in both English and Spanish, tell the story of how migratory birds connect communities and contribute to the health of ecosystems across the Americas. There are more than 170 individual birds representing 56 species on view in the new 27,000 square foot birdhouse, and another 16 species in the surrounding outdoor exhibits called the Bird Plateau. Upon entering the birdhouse, visitors will observe a towering mosaic arch decorated with parrots, toucans, songbirds, and other tropical species. This artwork was originally part of the 1928 front entrance of the birdhouse. Designed and fabricated by a local artist, John Joseph Early, using techniques he developed that he called architectural concrete. Other art features on display outside the exhibit include a colorful selection of columns that once flanked the original birdhouse entrance, and a statue of a bald eagle that decorated the facade of New York Penn Station before it was demolished in 1963. There are 4 walk-through exhibit areas in the birdhouse complex. They are named Delaware Bay, Prairie Pothole, Coffee Farm, and an outdoor area called the Bird Plateau. As you make way to the aviary exhibits, you pass through the flyway portal, an immersive experience where aluminum bird silhouettes are suspended from the ceiling in a flocking formation. The walls of the flyway feature larger-than-life stunning images of some of the birds you will meet in the aviaries. The first of 3 walk-through aviaries provide graphics, signage, and live birds to tell the story of shorebird migration. During these migrations, birds travel from the southern tip of South America to the Arctic tundra. There are 12 species of birds in this aviary, 2 species of fish, and 1 species of crab. The design of this aviary reproduces a bright, open marsh pond that contains live fish and horseshoe crabs. All the birds are free to fly within the aviary and alongside visitors. The horseshoe crabs contribute to the ecosystem of the Delaware Bay exhibit, since one of the favorite foods of shorebirds is horseshoe crab eggs. Pools line both sides of the curved walkway that transects this aviary. Recreated in this exhibit is a typical region of the upper Midwest where temporary wetlands are filled with snowmelt and seasonal rains. Accompanying graphics in this aviary note, this landscape is vitally important to migratory bird species and their breeding, and it is sometimes called the duck factory of North America. Educational information lets the visitor understand why this wetland habitat is among the most threatened ecosystems. With some patience and museum-provided graphics, the visitors have a chance to view 15 species that inhabit this aviary. The third and most expansive aviary is the coffee farm. This exhibit represents a traditional, rustic coffee farm where birds can fly freely among the canopies of trees that grow above the coffee plants. This exhibit represents a traditional, rustic coffee farm. With towering glass ceilings and simulated rain showers, this aviary provides an immersive experience for the visitor. Among the trees and at your feet and over your head, there are 18 species of birds with a variety of songbirds, a pigeon or two, and the familiar parakeets. Outside the building is the habitat of many charismatic favorite birds, including owls, turkeys, and whooping cranes. The building's promenade serves as a model for a bird-friendly garden, demonstrating how native plants provide food and shelter for birds and other animals. An integral part of the birdhouse is the focus of the Smithsonian's National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute and its conduct of research into and raising awareness about the plight of migratory birds. It is the key to their survival. Much more can be learned from the birdhouse animal demonstrations that are scheduled throughout the week. In the bird observatory space in the new complex, you can learn about bird conservation research and see the demonstration of how the zoo's conservators ban birds. For those who care about birds, the newly renovated Smithsonian Birdhouse will be an enjoyable and an educational experience.